Hello everybody, welcome again to the little spot for AAA. My name is Lily and I represent AAA Refuge Center for Dogs and Cats here in Marbella. And today I'd like to introduce you little Pascha. Pascha is a little terrier dog that was found in January in the parking lot here in Marbella, and she was totally paralyzed. The only thing she could move was her head and a little bit her tail. We assume that somebody left her behind because they didn't know what to do, or they didn't have the money, or couldn't take care of her any longer. So she arrived at AAA. We took x-rays, but there were no bones broken, nothing was broken in that way. So we had to take an MRI, and the MRI showed that she had had a stroke in her spine, right here in her neck by her shoulder blades, and there was some residue, and that made her paralyzed because it stopped the blood from going, like it happens to human beings as well. Because Pascha was only about 2 years old, and in researching on internet and talking to a neurologist, a lot of those dogs will survive and will walk again. So we took Pascha home, and with the help of the physiotherapist in Blue Care Hospital, Anna, who has been wonderful. They gave us a wonderful prize to help us out with Pascha. And we've been going with her to the physiotherapy every day, 5 days a week. In the morning we will treat her at home, and as you probably can see, we've come so far that little Pascha can stand. Okay, girl. Okay, she can stand. Yes, you're a good girl. And she even takes already a few little walk or a few little steps. So we're extremely proud of Pascha having come this far. I have all the confidence in her that she will walk again. Maybe not 100% totally, but she will walk again and she will have a good life. I'm not quite sure yet if we're going to put her up for adoption. I don't know if I can let her go, but Pascha is on a fantastic way of going, and it's just to show you that these are the things that we also do at AAA. We do not put them to sleep if there is no hope, if there's nothing at all. We do give them all a chance. We get in a lot of dogs that are either injured or not well or whatever. We will always try to do something with them to make them better and to take care of them so that they can have a chance for a better life. That's the story of Pascha, and I will come again with her when she can walk more, because we've got a little cart for her. She's now learning to kind of walk in that so she can build up her muscles. It's a long process, as it would have been with any human being, but Pascha is doing fantastically. She learned to walk in a few months' time, and that's just fantastic. The other dogs at AAA, of course, they don't all need this specific personal treatment, but they're there. What they do need is love, and they are in AAA waiting to be adopted. We have around 400 dogs again at the moment. In this heat, it's not very fine for any dog to be there, so it would be wonderful to adopt a dog, give him a loving home. A lot of puppies have come in again, so there's many puppies to be adopted, as well as the dogs that have been there for a longer time and are waiting to be adopted in a loving family. There we have all kinds, big ones, small ones, old ones, young ones, any kind. So there will definitely be, if you're ready for a dog to adopt, there will definitely be any kind of dog that will appeal to you and that will be a part of your family, I'm sure. You can come to AAA during the days. We're closed on Mondays for the public, but we're open every day. For adoption, the best times to come between 10 and 2 o'clock. We're very busy. There might not always be somebody to help you right away with the adoption, but we'll do our best, because we do need a lot of volunteers and we do need a lot of help to do what we're doing. Next to the 400 dogs, we of course also have about 200 cats, all for adoption as well. Again, all kinds, big ones, small ones, babies and older ones. So please consider coming to AAA when you're in the market for adopting a pet. We're open, you can come. You can also look on the website. There are all the pictures of the dogs are on the website, and the best thing to do is to have a look at the website first and see if there's any dog that appeals to you most. Take down the number and the name. It makes it easier for us to get the dog out and to meet the dog in private at AAA. So consider coming to AAA for adoption. Consider supporting AAA. If you cannot adopt, you might be able to support financially. You might maybe to virtually adopt a dog. All the information is on the website, so you can go there and see in what way you can help and support AAA. Not the only way is adoption. It will be wonderful, but there are many, many ways that you can help and support the animals. We're looking forward to meeting you or to hearing from you, and I'll see you next week with another Doggy of the Week. Thank you very much, and I'm very proud of Pascha. She's not up for adoption yet until she can walk. Much better. Thank you so much. See you next week. Bye. And remember, don't shop, adopt.
Hey, hey.
There are so many advantages when we help each other. I'm always predicating hashtag better together, but it's true. If we join forces, we can really do so much for one another. And I'm so delighted that the Linear Director Road Traffic Safety Foundation and Linear Director Car Insurance, or the insurance company, supports Marbella now, because I can then tell them all the things that go on in our community, and I'm so proud to say they actually listen and do things for us. They taxi 4 times a month with no charge if you insure them to take you home, your car in the tow truck if you want to. Well, they're even going further than that now. If you use our special United Nationalities of Marbella supporters code, you get an additional 25% off your car insurance, your motorbike insurance, and your house insurance, just because you are hashtag better together.
Hey, hey.
Hello again, Marbella. It's Amanda here again from Silk and Thin on Marbella Now TV, and I'd like to talk to you about a problem sent in to me by a lady called Gloria, which is actually quite close to my heart. Now, Gloria has a daughter, and unfortunately she's been estranged from her daughter for the last 2 years. She says to me she can't even remember really what the argument was about. Gloria is in her 40s and her daughter is in her early 20s. And they've always had previously a very good and positive relationship. Unfortunately, this argument occurred 2 years ago, and Gloria thinks it was possibly to do with the new relationship her daughter had entered into, and she didn't quite like the guy that her daughter was dating. Unfortunately, this all blew up from a discussion into an argument, and in a really sad situation, Gloria and her daughter haven't spoken for 2 years. Now, Gloria is still with the guy, Gloria's daughter is still with the guy that Gloria didn't approve of, and Gloria's recently found out that her daughter is pregnant. The reason I say this is very close to my heart is that I'm about to become a grandmother again for the 2nd time in August, so it's, again, as I said, very close to my heart. Family is a very important thing, and those that don't have any know that, and we should appreciate us that do have families, appreciate them, however difficult they sometimes are, or we sometimes are to them. Anyway, Gloria's found out through a mutual acquaintance, a friend, that her daughter is pregnant and the baby's due in a couple of months. And she is desperate, absolutely desperate to contact her daughter, get back in touch with her daughter, and be involved in both her daughter's life, her daughter's partner's life, and of course her granddaughter or son's life, and it will be the first grandchild she'll have. But it's not that easy. I said to Gloria, have you tried to contact her? And she said no. She feels she doesn't know how to go about it. She doesn't know her daughter's new number, although she can get it. She doesn't know what to say to her. She's very confused, she's very upset. She wants to rebuild this good relationship she had with her daughter and bring the family closer together. Gloria's a single mother, and this is very important to her. Now, there are many issues to this question. For one thing, Gloria's daughter, at this point, surely needs her mother. She's pregnant, she's about to become a mother herself. She needs her mother. Gloria needs to be with her daughter at this time. And the grandchild, whether it's male or female, will need a grandparent. Grandparents are incredibly important. They play a role in the family circle that is different, obviously, from that of mother or father, and is equally important. So Gloria's desperate. So she's managed to get hold of her daughter's phone number, but she doesn't know how to go about contacting her. Well, she knows how to phone her, but she doesn't know what to say. And she doesn't know if her daughter is going to be willing to open up the relationship again. She's had reports that her daughter has said, oh, my mum is this, my mum is that, very negative things. Now, I said, Gloria, be brave. This is such an important issue, not just for you, but for your daughter and for the grandchild that's coming. Now, obviously, the gentleman that the relationship started with the daughter that Gloria didn't approve of, it worked out well. Gloria's doubts about him weren't fulfilled. He's turned out to be a good, steady guy. He's looked after her daughter, and they're actually thinking of getting married. This is all through a third party that Gloria's found this out, which is very sad. She should be hearing this news from her daughter. Family is important, just as community is important. So I've suggested to Gloria that she phone her daughter, and if her daughter is willing to speak, either they meet up and talk things through, or possibly if Gloria feels that if they meet it's going to cause a problem, they'll argue again, maybe have someone else there, another friend, a family member, somebody neutral, even a mediator such as a counsellor or somebody, just somebody possibly to be there to mediate between the relationship that they want to rebuild. Because surely Gloria's daughter deep down wants her mother there at that time, this very important time. She's going to be a mother herself for the first time soon. And I'm sure that once she is, she'll realise how difficult it is and the bond between mother and daughter, how important it is. So if anyone is in this sort of situation, please don't let it carry on. It shouldn't have carried on with Gloria for 2 years. What a waste of 2 years they could have been sharing. They could have shared pregnancy, that they could have shared, Gloria could have told her what it was like when she was pregnant with her daughter. They could have shared so much. What a sad, sad waste. Any problems like this within a family, please don't just ignore them and leave them. However difficult it is, they can be solved. They can be, you can reconcile, you can come back together. And in this particular situation, it's incredibly important that Gloria is involved in her daughter and grandchild's life, and her daughter's partner's life as well. It's all part of the greater family circle, and that's very, very important. No man is an island, and you know, it's a cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. So if you have any problems with your family, don't just leave them. Don't let them go on for 2 years. Talk to each other. Contact each other. Get together. It's so important. This is something, again, I've experienced myself, and it really, really means a lot. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. Gloria is going to phone her daughter, and let's hope that everything works out well for them and we can have happy, proper, communicating, loving family life again. Anyway, that's enough from me, and I'll speak to you soon. It's goodbye from Amanda from Silk and Thin, and thank you very much for listening, Marbella.
Hey, hey.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Marbella Now. If you'd like to watch the show again or see our previous shows, check out the columns in the Euro Weekly News or my radio show, Me Marbella, please do go to our website, marbellaNowTV.com. The idea is that we keep everybody connected, what's going on in our city, connected with the town hall, with the information that is so important if you're living here, that you really need to know to make your lives better. Thank you so much for joining us, for being part of this dynamic community that makes Marbella so very special. We'll be back next week. In the meanwhile, take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. Hasta la semana que viene.
It's a brand new day.